Good afternoon, my Libras. This is Damien with HK Readings, Healing Culture Tarot, and I am here to do y'all's June 2019 General Love Reading. This will be for Libras, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or Jupiter. Cross Watchers, you're welcome to this video. I will be reading from the perspective of the Libra. Take messages as they apply, and if I feel that anything jumps out strongly for the cross, I will certainly mention it. I will say in advance, please like, share, subscribe, and leave your comments if you find any resonance with the video at whatever point. And I want to go ahead and get into this. Basically where we start let's go ahead and start with the Tarot of the Moors here. Oh. Making sure it wasn't getting fuzzy. Oh, it cleared up. Okay. So we have the Sultan for you, the Ace of Wands in reverse, and the Ascetic in reverse, to go ahead and kick things off. So June is somewhat more of the energy of what I was speaking on in prior readings for you, as far as focusing on your enterprise and branding, focusing on work. And it's not so much about the money, and because the money's coming, that's later, as you know, we will get there, but it's a knowing that the money's coming, which is why you're not worried about it, Libra. Everything you're doing is essentially to build an empire, and I feel as though you are making a lot of sacrifices, but not just I feel like there are different types of sacrifices. Sometimes, you can sacrifice too much of the wrong thing or too much of yourself in the wrong way, like how we may sacrifice ourselves for a poor relationship, Like, no, the sacrifices you are making are very much in alignment with what you want to achieve. And I feel like there may be some conflicting worries sometimes, or doubt as to if you're really getting to where you're going. Like, is it really happening? But it surely fucking is. You're aware of it, you see it, you know it. And this is where we take our intuition that kicks in every now and then, and we remember it more and more, so we can always trust it. Because you know what you're working towards, and you know that it's not in vain. You know what I'm saying? You understand the level of sacrifices that you are making to get there. So you will. Now, surround yourself with the right people, because that may be an influence of yours. Because when we come up here, we've got the Seven of Wands, all right? And the thing is you're definitely, confident and determined to do what you have to do and tackle all obstacles, right? But that is in relation to people who may question what you're trying to do, okay? They don't really understand what you have going on, what you're putting out. And I feel like it's not necessarily negative, but it does carry some it does carry some energy of negativity with the gossip and the naysayers. Like, I feel like that energy is a part of it too. Like, you have a lot of people in your corner, but it's like you have just as many people questioning you. So as long as you're in your own corner, which you are, coming up as the Sultan, the Emperor, it doesn't matter, because you are that one person that counts to be in your corner. And that's what you're worried about now, whereas before it may have been about many others. What they thought, and maybe them not even coming through. with things that they made themselves obliged to, you know, like, hey, I'm gonna do this. You stop caring about that because you can either do it yourself or, you know, be in the right state of mind and spirit to attract those who will actually come through for you. Because with the ascetic reverse, you know, it's the hangman, and the hangman reverse, you know, it has a particular meaning in traditional tarot, and it does in this deck too, but this also speaks about levels of disappointment and heartbreak that you've experienced, Libra, as far as people that have let you down. And I feel like this extends very much into love, because with the Ace of Wands reverse, I sense that not only are you transforming your work environment, like some of you who are starting your own businesses and doing things like that, you know, we still have jobs, right? Like, I have this channel that I started, and even when it gets to the point where it's big, because like even, you know, some of the more prominent readers who've been around and have more of a following, like they still have jobs, you know what I mean? So it's one of those things where I feel as though as far as that job, it's going to be changing for you. If there's an ending, I don't think it's necessarily bad or like on their end coming down on you. I think it's you wanting to do something different and you choosing to move on to another job or just full on into your passion, okay? And the Ace of Wands in reverse is also representing for me an actual breakup that was the catalyst to get you into the energy of the Sultan. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's where your energy shifted. You said, okay, now it's just time for me to do what the hell I gotta do. Now, I will say, with the Miracle card here with the Seven of Wands, as you're staying true to yourself and you're persevering through all of the adversities and all of the troubles, this might represent like roadblocks and troubles too that have, you know, popped up. With the Miracle card, you know, it reminds us to be a light and to remember to light the way for others. Now, there are miracles coming. You can sense it. There are miracles coming. But do you let them in? Or do you choose to, you know, ignore them? Basically. And the ignoring would only come from distractions. Okay? Distractions and just being focused on the wrong thing. And that's why, like, you have to keep up this Sultan energy that you're in, or for others if you coming into, because you don't have time for distractions right now. You don't have time for people who are letting you know who they are for you to attempt to say, you know, otherwise when they're telling you who they are. You have strong intuition right now. You are very, very, you know, smart and very sharp, I think, to the point where, like, those energies are so heightened to where you know when something's gonna work in a snap, you know when something's not gonna work in a snap, and that's what needs to be like the guide for who comes in and out of your life as you are ascending on your journey. Now, with the Nine of Water, Ten of Earth reversed, we've got the Six of Air reversed, the Fire element reversed, and Karma. So, in June, I don't know why I'm feeling around like in the 20s. June 26th. June 26th. It's, okay, so June 20th, June 26th. Those are dates that are popping out for me. But definitely in the third quarter of June into the fourth quarter of June, just really starting to reap the benefits everything that you've put out. Okay? Now, with the Ten of Earth reversed, there may have been a discord with someone. Okay? This is Capricorn energy. The Ten of Earth could also be Taurus, Virgo, of course. Wow. This is crazy. Because it's like you're starting to see all of the struggles that you've gone through, that you've worked through. Let's put that better. That you've worked through transform into seeing the benefits of your labor. Slowly but surely, okay? And you're still looking back on a relationship that you had to remove yourself from, that you had to let go of. And it's as if you understand that you have no stability, you had no stability with that individual. That there was no salvation. And eventually the passion waned. And crazily enough, because it makes me not understand this person that you were dealing with, Libra, because as this translates to them, because of you still showing up with this Piscean, Cancerian, Nine of Water energy, and you're starting to bring it in. It seems as though they feel as though, it's like they've lost a sense of stability. Like what you felt was never there with them. They understand that they lost that with you. And I can tell you, within this karma card, as it serves the both of you, as it serves the both of you, no, you know what? Let's use this deck. As it serves the both of you, I feel as though they're going to be in this period of being very, very stuck. Maybe a lot of quick sexual encounters or binge drinking, things like that. They're going to hit a period of just, being in a muck like that and still choose to not really rectify the situation or try to do anything. There's nothing to rectify, as I feel, from you, Libra. But like, they're not even going to attempt to give clarity or make amends, although they feel like they are at a huge loss. And it's just, doesn't it feel so good to just be over cycles of dealing with people who just are no good, just never fucking get it, Like, you had this awesomeness in Libra. You shat on the awesomeness, they left, maybe came back, together a few times, only for it to not work, because it was in and out energy of this person being the same way with you, Libra. And then when they get to the point of missing you because you were doing the damn thing and moving on, or a whole person not looking for the other half, they sulk and their life seems so in shambles, it's so shattered, right? And then they fall deeper into that hole instead of doing any of the things that can pull themselves out. And then they just move along to just have like relationships that perpetuate that energy, those cycles, right? They start building up ideas about themselves, like, oh, you know, they just call them. I'm just imagining like someone just, you know, those people that are just like, I'm a piece of shit, you know, it's whatever, it's just what I am. They claim it, and you know, you could be like, oh, and they're just like, no, like they don't even feel bad. They're like, no, that's just what. And it's weird, you know. So I would only imagine that for you, Libra. It feels so great to be out of a cycle like that. Yep. So it flipped out. Wow. 8 of Discs. 4 of Cups reverse. Wow. And the 9 of Cups. 4 of Swords reverse. Yeah, it's still crazy how someone could see you move on and feel that way, and still, you know, like feel like, see you moving on, feel so distraught, feel so bored, everything sucks, and yeah, they just take it. But what you're manifesting is clearly going to be a better situation, and I feel like somebody is coming into your life, Libra. For your goddess guidance, we have Isis, past life. This situation involves your past life memories. So with this, even going like from that to the 9 of Water, where we have a secular moon pattern. Let's just go back to these cycles. Like, let's just tie this in as well. Ein, leap of faith. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. So when we talk about cycles and, you know, me being like, aren't you just so glad you're out of that, you know, those ways, Libra? Like, this is exactly what this is talking about. This is you doing something different. This is you being happy for you. Again, fuck what others think. Fuck what others are saying. Fuck what others are feeling. For you trying to satisfy them and love them and prove to them, and to what avail, right? This is about you doing those things and it bringing you into a new life form, a new set of cycles, a new level. You've ascended to the next level, the second floor. Then you'll just keep going and going and going, you know? It's quite intriguing. But yes, when I do see my Ein card, it generally does tell me that there may be someone coming in for you, okay? The person who's coming in for you, here's a little secret, okay? Got the Moon card, the 3 of Swords, and the Princess of Cups. So basically, and this is why I started off this way, because with the Moon card coming out, and there are a couple of other cards that would have me say this, but it's like, Libra, here's a little secret about the person that's coming in. You know, as things are mirrors, right? And we attract, you know, we attract the similar. The person who's coming towards you, I'm not gonna say is heartbroken, like they just got the heartbroken, just got out of a relationship, so now you're gonna have to deal with that, you know, we're not gonna rip down into that. But they know the heartbreak like you know the heartbreak. They're healed and they're fine because they're ready to give their love to someone being you. This is the person coming in. When this happens for you, it's a reading for June. Time is fluid, but for some of you, it definitely will be June, where you will have to keep in mind that others have those stories too. Just be open to receiving a love that may be a little different, okay? That's what I'm getting. Yeah. This person's gonna want to talk a lot. I feel like they're gonna be very affectionate. But one thing's for sure, know that they have a story before treating them. You know, like how when we just meet people fresh off the bat and we just treat them like they're just this clean-slated human. I'm just sensing that they may be a little sensitive, and you may be intrigued at the depths, you know, that there is to go with them. So keep that in mind, Libra.